Last month I went to Paris for a couple of days. I planned a full schedule with all the different things I wanted to visit and do. Visiting Emily in Paris' different locations was part of my main goal, as well as going to the Louvre, Eiffel Tower, eating croissants and crepes. Everything was so calculated that I knew the exact number of tickets I needed for public transportation. Getting up early and sleeping late was necessary to achieve my perfect plan. I spent weeks planning the trip, watched different videos of France, learned about public transportation to avoid fines, looked for the best places to eat, and read about the culture, traditions, common scams, and how to avoid them. But the plan was interrupted by my mom. She didn't have any plan, but in her mind, traveling to France was shared by the idea of staying in the hotel, resting, and watching television. And when she was well rested, go to some touristic places, but hopefully without having to walk too much. At the hotel, the receptionist was a French lady. She was kind, but her handling of numbers in English was a total chaos. She told us our room number was 701. We went upstairs and tried to open the door, and the key didn't work. I saw that the number written on the keychain was 705. So we tried to open the door 705, but it didn't work either. We went door to door on the 7th floor trying to open any door until door 708 opened. The luggage was heavy, and we were happy to see the door open. I entered. On a desk there was a naked man. I apologized and ran away. The next morning, when I was having breakfast, I saw the naked man, but this time he was wearing clothes. We arrived at the hotel at 6 p.m. The day was still clear and there were many people on the street. We went to a local bakery 3 minutes from the hotel, and I was very excited to try authentic French food. Communication with the seller was a little complicated because he didn't speak any English, but nothing that could not be solved with a little technological help and Google Translate. If you ask for my mom's side of the story, you will hear a very chaotic perspective. According to her, we arrived when the sun had set, the streets were dark and lonely. We were almost assaulted by a person who passed by us, and we walked 1 hour from the hotel to the bakery. The seller was very rude because he didn't want to speak English and didn't help us. Due to my mom's dark experience, we no longer left the hotel and went to bed at 7 p.m. Yes, we were in the most magical city sleeping instead of exploring. The next day, we went to a park near the Louvre. Since our tickets to the museum were valid until 1 p.m., I thought walking would be part of the French experience and the place was beautiful. My mom's idea was, again, totally different. She wanted to rest and wait our turn to enter. And the worst thing is that after finishing the tour, we were starving, and she decided that the best option to eat was at the restaurant in front of the museum. It was very expensive, and the dining experience was not delicious. We paid 57 euros for 1 chicken, 1 sandwich, and 1 juice. On our second day in France, we went to the Eiffel Tower, and the experience was not complete without visiting the shops and cafes located on the first and second floor. Again, tourist food and not a single crate. I have to say something really important. Choosing the elevator to go to the second floor is not the best option. They push us into a car full of people as if we were tunas. Although it doesn't move very fast, it is possible to see the ground moving away, and if you are afraid of heights, it is better to go with your eyes closed or use the escalator. At first, I tried to achieve my plan, but as the days went by, I realized that it was not going to be possible. The worst thing was that I was prepared for scams, but I could not even have that experience. Near the tower there were some girls asking for signatures to scam tourists, and one of them approached us. With a simple no, she left. I expected to have to scream for help or even have to insist her to leave us alone. However, it was very easy to get rid of her. No one approached me to try to put a friendship bracelet or ask me if the ring they had found was mine. I didn't even see anyone try to cheat with these tricks. I also never had the chance to see poop on French streets. Everything was very clean. I was very sad for not having a real French experience or to being scammed. The best part was the sleepover we had at the airport when we flew from France to Austria. But that will be for another story. See you soon with another European adventure.